the rocks pounding on each other going down through. I can still hear them. Boom, 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 boom. And, wow. And then everything went downhill from there. Because of all the other issues in the general area, I stayed in the police department where we had access to the radios and such, and acted as a coordinator. Michelle had been the police chief's secretary, had been taking notes, phone calls, radio messages and stuff the whole time. And I looked out the back door window and I could see the water starting to come through the fence up on the upper end of Millet Green. Michelle, we really need to go. The water was, at that point, starting to lap at the bottom of the door. We went out and watched everything come down through. Dispatch had been trying to get a hold of me, and I answered them. They wanted to know what was going on. Water's really high. And are you seeing any buildings and such? I says, right now, no, but I'm seeing lots of flotsam. Well, we've notified this, we've done that, we've called these people, we've notified these, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Is there anything else you need? And I thought for a second and said, yeah, how about a giant sponge? And you heard the dispatcher click to say, yep, we'll get working right on that. And he realized what I said, and you hear a little bit of laughter in the background. And then that's one of the things I'd learned a long time ago, is that sometimes a little bit of humor can help break the ice, break the tension. And it seemed to at that point, even though we were still up to our butt in alligators. It's something that, unless you go through it, you can take all the classes and all the seminars, but until the water's lapping at your toes, it's a whole new ball game. Saturday night, I put on a pair of rubber boots, and by the fourth day, my feet were so sore, I had to take them off and walk in the command post barefoot, just socks on. Just because you've always lived there all of your life and it's never happened and never bothered, it can. I remember being asked, what were we going to need? What was going to happen? I remember saying, we're going to need a lot of time, a lot of help, and a lot of money. And most of it worked out. In the long run, people died, buildings were lost, but it's come back a long ways.